What is going on, Multiversers? We are back. We got ourselves a brand new video. Obviously, daily uploads. That's what I do. That's the grind. Every single day. Who else uploads every single day? Nobody. Okay, there's some people. But still, we're back. New video. We got another moveset analysis breakdown for you guys. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the originally created character for Multiversus, Raindog. Now, some people will say, who? Well, like I just said, this was an originally created character specifically for Multiversus. I kind of like that idea, having a character that's coming from this game, even though this is about literally bringing other well-established franchises together. There's nothing wrong with bringing in or creating something from scratch. I kind of like that idea, and I kind of dig this. But then it kind of raises the question, what is Raindog all about? What does Raindog bring with him to the battlefield? Well, luckily, we do this moveset breakdown video, so why don't we get started? But I do got to mention that we don't get to see a whole lot of Raindog, surprisingly, but maybe there's a reason for that, and we'll get into that later. But yes, let's start things off with the first glimpse that we get of Raindog. All right, so our first glimpse of Raindog in action comes at the 2-minute and 35-second clip in the reveal trailer. So the first part that we will discuss is him doing one simple spin in the air. Now, Raindog, as we just said, he's doing one spin here. But when you slow it down, we can notice the animation lines towards the end of this attack. And it's coming from the tail, specifically. So, to me, this signifies that either the tail is going to be the only part of this attack that is going to have the hitbox. But since he's spinning in a circle, it'll be a circular hitbox, but maybe strong point on the tail only. But then again, the whole body could still be a hitbox, because this isn't even that fast of a spin. We're about to see a much faster version of this attack in just a second. But what's indicative by the motion lines, like I said, from the tail that follow, the tail, towards the end of the move, this is, again, probably a neutral air type attack, because again, he's in the air, just does a simple one spin, right? Simple, quick. It makes sense as a neutral air, and again, when you look at the motion lines, probably just the tail is going to be the one that's doing the damage here. Although, again, the body, the whole thing, it could just be like a spherical, just a circular hitbox, I suppose. Now, using that exact same clip, just 2 seconds later, at 2 minutes and 37 seconds, we actually get to see a multiple spin. Now, this was actually a little tough to catch if you watch it at regular speed, but when you slow it down like we do here, we will notice he actually does multiple spins. I believe it's 2 spins, it might be 3. I wrote down 2, so I think it's 2. But during the same clip, we will see Raindog again do that spin in the air. He spins in place. But this time, there are multiple spins to it, and the attack speed also has noticeably been increased. It's faster. Now, this might be the exact same attack as before. I kind of think it is, and where I'm going with this is, I believe that this is like a 2 different type of attack. Now, why would the attack speed be different if you're only doing one attack? Well, if you're gonna rapidly press the attack button to do multiple spins, the attack should be a little bit faster, right? So if you only do it once, maybe it's just a little bit slower, but maybe there's a little bit more damage. Nothing major, but just a tiny bit more damage. But if you're gonna do it multiple times, since he's gonna be spinning in place quite a few times, the damage will be less, but since you're, again, spinning multiple times, you're gonna be able to hit your opponent multiple times. So, say, as an example, the first spin attack, if you just do one slower spin, say that does 2% damage, right? And then say you do multiple spins, so you do 2 multiple spins, right? Maybe the damage is only 1.5, but you're still doing 2 of them combined, so 2 really quick spins hitting your opponent is going to rack up to 3 damage. So there might be a benefit to doing multiple spins if you want a little bit more damage, or if you're trying to keep away with your opponent when they're trying to recover back to the stage. Maybe just that one spin, it'll have a tiny bit more knockback, and it might be a little bit more useful. But that's just me kind of, thinking out loud. That's just me kind of spitballing from the attack. But I definitely get the exact same vibe that this is the exact same attack that we just seen, but just faster and with an additional spin. And there's a good chance that this spin, maybe you could do it 3, 4, 5 times in a row. I don't know, whatever the limit might be for that attack, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Again, using the exact same clip as we just seen. This time I want to focus on something a little bit different though. The red energy beam, I guess is what we're going to call this for now. I don't know if this right here is an attack. And I only say that because we've seen this exact same red energy beam with other characters in the same reveal trailer. So this doesn't necessarily mean this is a Raindog only thing. My best guess is this could possibly be a secondary perk that's activating. And the reason I say that it's a perk that's activating, because we will see the exact moment when Raindog appears to do like some little movement animation, and it looks like it activates the beam because it goes from a thin red line to a bit more of a bolder red energy beam line thing that we want to call it. And after he does this little animation, pay attention to his teammate, Garnet. What does Garnet end up doing? She now has some sort of red energy around her, possibly, maybe she's being buffed by Raindog somehow. Maybe he's giving her, I don't know, more attack or more defense, something like that. Maybe it's I don't know. There's many options here, but I get the idea that this beam, again, secondary, because again we've seen it with so many characters. Odds are that this could be a secondary perk in action, and again we see Raindog with his animation, kind of signifying that he's activating, like something's happening. He's not getting attacked. He kind of like does like a little stand up on his hind legs real quick, and then we will notice instantly Garnet is kind of filled with or just has this red flowing energy around her. So there's something going on with this. I don't believe this is an attack, but it was still something that absolutely stuck out in my mind. I was like, wait a minute, what is this? I've seen it before, but it's not, I don't know. I'm curious to learn more about what this does. Now, towards the end of the reveal trailer, unfortunately, we don't get to see an attack, but I believe we get to see the startup animation. And this is going to be me trying to piece together some puzzles. Maybe if this fits, I'm not sure. But what we see is Raindog looks like he's about to do some sort of attack, but he gets interrupted by, I believe it's Wonder Woman, like mid-animation, so we never get to see fully what the attack actually is. But I have a hunch that possibly, I'm going to base this off of a screenshot from, I believe this is the Steam page. I think it's Raindog, and I think he has a fireball for an attack. I think that's what this is. So, the screenshot here, we do get to see a few things, which, first one, there's Raindog, and he's actually sporting a pretty festive holiday alternate skin, and, well, I mean, that's that's pretty fitting for Raindog, right? Because, holiday, Christmas, festive sweater, and I mean, he's a rain dog, like reindeer, but not really, but you get it. So it's nice to see an alternate costume officially for him here. But we will also know the big blue notice the big blue fireball on screen. Now, where is this fireball coming from? Well, take a look at every single other character on screen here, right? Take a look at every single one of them. We got, I believe the fireball is coming out from Raindog, by the way, because you can kind of see the animation lines coming downward at an angle from where Raindog is. So I believe this is his, because again, Shaggy, we can see he just threw the sandwich, and he's also getting hit by Wonder Woman, who's using her lasso. So those two characters right there have already used a move, and odds are this fireball did not come from them. And then we also see Finn over on the right-hand side, who's, I think, digging around in his backpack or something. So this definitely looks like a projectile attack for Raindog here, which is kind of cool. I always like when characters have at least one projectile, something range to play around with. Maybe it's not their forte, maybe that's not what their character's mainly about, but just having that as an option is always good in my opinion. So yeah, basing off of an animation that gets interrupted in the reveal trailer, and then a screenshot from the Steam page for Multiversus. I'm guessing this is an attack, but this could be a huge reach on my part. I'm bored and I'm trying to figure out stuff, so that's what I got there. And unfortunately, that is gonna be all that I do have, actually. Raindog was only shown for a brief few moments during the reveal trailer, and he was not, I repeat, not shown off during the 30-second gameplay clip. So for an original character, there is still a lot to be desired, still a lot that we need to know about. Like, who knows what Raindog's got up his sleeves, you know, in terms of battling. How is he fast? Is he a tanky character? I know he's a support character, but you know, there's still a lot of questions about this guy, and I think that's actually kind of a smart idea for the developers and the team. Leave the OG character, give us a little glimpse like they did, but leave a lot of mystery as to, all right, how does he play? What's he do? What's the point of him? Like, there's still so much they can answer. Because, again, we know going into this game what we could expect from a Batman or a Superman or an Ultra Instinct Shaggy. We understand, like, what that could show. So it's still... And then we get to see that, obviously, in action. But then characters like Raindog, where we don't get to see that much. It still leaves us wondering what's next, what's coming up, and I think it's a smart idea. That way, if Player First Games wants to eventually do like a character showcase for Raindog specifically to really show off their original character, well, now they have that option to do so. But yeah, we only got to see really what, maybe one move with the spin in the air, the fireball possibly being an attack, and then whatever the thin red line is, I still don't know. I think it's a perk, if I'm guessing, but it's seriously just a guess. But that is it for Raindog. Kind of a short one, but you get what you get. We'll be back again next week with another character moveset breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.